Evening, you early birds.
Hello.
And yeah, don't tell Plod, we're open a couple of minutes early. I think 3 minutes. Oh well.
We will work out who's got the spare key.
Yeah, we'll get the what we do, get Dorm and Jason tonight. Island Jason
Yeah,
is
Jason.
Dorman tonight. So what we're gonna get, Jason, if you see the police coming, right,
Yeah.
step outside, bend over, shoelaces and all that, maybe a little tap in the nuts for him. It's gonna take him 3 minutes. Or as long as we don't get caught, we'll be fine.
Good evening, John, Stuart, Jason, and myself.
Right. Hiya, Kitten.
Yeah.
Hope you're feeling better, mate. Hiya, Walk. Hiya to Island Jason, Kitten, John. Yeah, Kitten's had a major operation
Hi,
on
Free
Thursday. He's in hospital. He's 10 floors up.
Yeah.
10 floors up.
He's like a peregrine.
Peregrine.
Yeah, like a peregrine perched up there.
Yeah. On his windowsill like that. Going,
waiting for people to walk by and they'd poo on them.
Yeah. Lobbing stuff at people.
Yeah.
3 Dog Night. How you doing, mate? So, I got to get into the drinks tonight because, as you may gather from the summary wear, it's bloody hot here. We've had it up to 30 plus degrees today.
Hi,
so it's 30 plus degrees C.
Yep. Hi, Bill.
A little bit warm, and we got a black slate roof.
And despite the, we shut the curtains on the sunny side. We spent most of the morning actually in the garden.
Yeah.
Because it's nice and shaded area there, and
that sort of house is shady, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm on the Thatcher's Juicy Apple tonight.
I'm having a bee sting.
Kaz is on the bee sting, which is a pear cider, and that is a
don't say it's
6.8%.
Oh God! And the water to counterbalance it. And for Willow tonight, he has got roast pork.
Yeah, roast pork for Willow.
Yeah, and of course his green stuff, otherwise he won't eat
and
it.
his broccoli.
Yeah.
So hope you're all good. How we all doing? Oh, Kiwi's in. Hiya, Kiwi. How's life? Hope you're doing well. Hope the missus is good. Yeah. Matthew, how you doing, bro? Hope you're good.
Yeah,
Bill,
you gingers do suffer in the hot heat, don't you?
Bill, how you doing, brother?
Hi, Owen.
My mouth is feeling a little bit better now, so yeah, I'm. Yeah.
Right, Dad, will let you get up there.
It's still a bit odd. Andy Taylor, hello, Andy. It's still a bit odd. It's like completely numb on one side, and
excuse me, the boss has got to say. There you go.
There you go. Right, yeah.
The 3 Dogs has been back from camping in the Peaks. Very
lovely,
nice,
mate. I bet that was stunning.
Hi, Sticks.
Nice visit out to out there. Out to the Peak District.
Yeah.
Stealth, how you doing, brother? Right, no worries. You're driving. Just keep your eyes on the road. Try not to laugh too much. You know, yeah. You'll watch those sheeps and don't have a raft as you're driving along. A raft.
Yes. Yesterday was the solstice, and the place was absolutely up. We saw pictures today and videos. It was absolutely packed.
Yeah.
If you go along, you got no chance of getting in the stones anyway, have you? And so
90% of people there aren't there for any.
They arrive on coaches and I needed this.
We're going to try and make the Capel military show. However, we got so much on in the next month or two that it is pretty damn hectic. But I would like to get to the Capel show. I want to get around some of the stalls and meet with you, have a cider. Because it's a good show, that one.
You can show off your knees in your shorts.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's Andy B. It's got them in it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, sorry. Excuse me.
Guess who's in charge? So the production team here, Willow, director. As you can see, he's decided tonight that he's really going to make a show of being in charge, and he's got a thing for. What's he having now? Bit of pork.
Bit of pork. Roast pork.
Yeah, he likes his bit of pork.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So hope you're all doing well. Father's Day here.
Yes, it is.
So both my boys got together in the Czech Republic this weekend. Absolutely brilliant. I had a chat to them this morning.
What a beautiful place he lived in.
So I've got to take Major Disaster's helmet to the cable show.
Oh, right, okay.
I just might, actually.
Yes, and I might just have, if we have Willow, depending on the heat, if we have Willow with us, obviously he'll be wearing his Union Jack.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dan lives, it's a 40-minute train ride from the centre of Prague. And it's beautiful. Beautiful. It's got ferry boats and lovely architecture and that.
Yeah. So yeah, as Kiwi's just said, happy Father's Day to all you dads.
Yeah, and he's got his shorts. And he's got his shorts on at the moment.
Dads definitely do rule, definitely.
Yeah.
So yeah, other than that, what can I say? It's the middle of summer or the middle of the year. It is 21st of June, slap bang middle, summer solstice. Tonight is your shortest night.
Yep.
Okay, 21st today, and
it would be nice to catch up again.
Today is your longest day, so that Bernie disc up there that is baking me at the moment is up for the longest period of time. However, from today, the days start getting shorter, little bit by little bit, until we reach that magical time of autumn. Late summer, early autumn, the magic time. What I like to call the glistening hours.
We made the most of it because we've updated some more of our solar lights in the garden.
Yeah.
So that's what we use in the garden. We just use solar.
Yeah.
It's The
tooth is a bit. Oh, sorry. Well, I just run his tail over with the wheel on this chair. I am so sorry, mate. I didn't do it on purpose. Oh, I've got the face. You can just see the eyes down there. The eyes staring at me. Yeah. Oh, sorry, mate.
We're actually, they're saying we are due 37 degrees on Tuesday, and that's the day you're going over to your mum's, isn't it, on the island?
Yeah. So 3 dog. There was a sunset in the east last night. See my new vid. I'll have a look.
Not seen your video.
Today we've mostly been sort of
in the garden.
I made a video because I'm going to be busy this week, so I knocked out a video. It's up for the members at the moment. We'll be going live for you guys Friday. Lots of admin here. There's a short up because a piece of equipment arrived from a very, very nice company. The idea being that it's given us another camping system to try out for Kaz. Yeah. Not on yet. Yesterday. Right.
Yeah, we've been sitting in the garden. I've been watching my gooseberries hopefully ripening because they've gone from green to they're starting to turn red now. So, yes, I'm watching like a hawk because we're having issues with the old snails at the moment.
Yeah. Last night was like a military operation in this house. Now,
with their torches.
For 2 weeks, we managed to keep the slugs and snails at bay. However, some seedlings have come through, some wildflower seedlings. They've come through. And last night, you could hear trumpets baying in the grass. They came back in force. They came back in their hundreds. And me and Kaz were out there until the wee small hours of the morning, headlights on, arses in the air, heads down. And we developed a sport where you could call it slug slinging or snail chucking. In actual fact, in the forge next week, I'm going to make a trebuchet designed to launch snails.
Yeah.
They've
had all my new petunias and some of my marigolds that I put in to protect the other plants. Yeah. And
we've been on them. For a couple of weeks, we got the numbers down, but for some reason last night
we actually got this stuff that's friendly for them.
Yeah,
to give them, and
doesn't make them explode.
The sleeves are up now.
Yeah, so a kilo of salt later
Bill's
last night.
Going to have rain tomorrow.
Yeah, the gloves came off, the salt came out last night. There was slug popping everywhere. It was it's hell. It looked like a battlefield,
Our son, our oldest son, Chris. He's a snow addict, and he goes out to do snow dances, doesn't he, in the winter because he really, really wants it to snow.
He does love his snow.
Slugs in the wire.
Yeah, it was slugs in the wire. They were there. Kaz was on the 5-0, rock and rolling across the garden. There was tracer arcing off over the neighbours' houses. Yeah. Fucking shimoolies were going up. The smoke was drifting across. You could hear the cries of the wounded in the wire. But yeah, that's I've got to stop growing my own mushrooms. Back to work tomorrow.
Yeah, no, talk about
Hope
work.
So, Kiwi.
Yeah.
Hope so, mate. Hope it all goes well for you tomorrow. I
would love to.
yeah.
Even that, I'll try get myself some sort of
heavy machine gun.
Yeah. I've actually seen someone turn a mobility scooter to look like a tank. Oh, I could really do with that.
Yeah.
That'll get them moving in Asda.
Yeah. Kaz would take no prisoners. She's pretty nifty. I mean, without.
Yeah, you seen on my video before that I can manage to get my big scooter on 2 wheels.
Yeah.
Two each side. Two one side and the other side up.
Yeah, I can't say too much about what she's done over the years, but yeah, she is quite nifty. And then the work that I was in, she did get a chance to handle various items and give them a go, as well as the privately owned weapons we've had over the years. Yeah, 2.2 rimfire. She once sat with a friend of mine, looking out over a range, and he looked at her and he said, "What are you shooting at?" And she went, "The washers." And he went, "What washers?" And what she strung up at about 40 meters was a
hangman thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, with washers dangling on strings. And she was sitting there with a 2.2 rimfire, zapping these washers, making them spin round,
and then spinning back again,
winding them up and winding them down. Yeah, at which point he didn't actually bother to sort of make any more of it. I've just got to go and blow my nose.
But yes, that tent was very good, isn't it? And I think it was 3,011 views. That it seemed to the people liked it in the garden, and the fact it's a tent that everyone seems to have been after, isn't it?
What, the ICS?
Yeah.
Blimey, yeah. We did get a bit of a response from that. I'm actually tempted to speak to John, see if we can get a shipping container. Because I tell you what, the amount of people that got hold of me say, "Oh, where'd you get it from? I want one. And I'm like, well, they are on Amazon, they are on eBay. Or if you get around the military shows and the military suppliers, you can probably pick one up from there. It's the same as my video that I've done today. I've done a video today that will be going public next week. 3 pieces of military kit that I really, really trust and go with. And I'm loath to give prices on items because, as you all know, if you get around the military shows, you get around the car boot sales, you get around the surplus stores, depending on what they've got in stock, depends what the prices go for. If you go on eBay and Amazon, you are always going to pay the top end price. But if you get out and about, especially around the surplus shops, you'll be surprised at deals you come across, and the same with the shows. The same bag that I've shown on the video today is advertised on Amazon at 74 quid. However, I've picked them up at 25 quid at for 25 quid at shows. So
just a little footnote. I did a little look into the executioner's axe of his.
Yeah.
It was actually made between 1824 and 1836. Obviously, the handle has been replaced many a time, but yes. So it's very old.
John, mate, the feedback I got from people going, oh, I love one of them. But like you say, the shipping is offensive. The tax rates and the shipping is the nightmare. Swedish Ranger stove. Yesterday's cookout, military nested M44 drones here. Excellent walk. Yeah. I do like the M44. I've got one myself, which is living somewhere out there on one of the shelves at the moment. I've used it in a while. I have to do a video on that sooner or later.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's again. But I think that's my top tip to you guys in the UK is keep your eyes open and get round. Surprising how many times at car boot sales we've come across ex-reservists or ex-regulars that are either changing careers and they're just selling up all their old kit.
But unfortunately, you have to go out out for the people that are stocking up for their military shows because they get in there early. They pay a little bit more to get in the shows early. And they seem to pick all the best stuff out just so they can take to the show to have more stock for them.
The prices. But again, same thing with the military shows. I tend to go on the last day.
Yeah.
We spent years and years doing military shows and that, and I always found the last day for the bargains. Yes, you might miss out on stuff. Yes, you might have stuff that's sold out. But if you want the genuine bargains, that last day, that's when the people are prepared to do a deal. If you go in on the first day, the Friday or the Saturday, and you start trying to haggle, they're just going to tell you to clear off because there's going to be 10,000 other people coming after you. But day, yeah.
I haven't been to a car boot sale in a long, long time because now I'm on my scooter and that's the big one.
Yeah.
I can't get anywhere near to the stalls. And, you know, by the time I see something, someone else has grabbed it. So, yeah, I do miss the days of the old car boot sales.
Yeah, it's one of the, go the last day. Go the last day, hang around to the end of the day if you can, and then have a wander around, especially when you see them starting to close up their pictures and that's when they're starting to think to themselves, oh, have I made enough? Have I covered my overheads?
You've got to learn to say no, Kiwi. Yeah. It's because she wants it. That was saying she's going to get it. All she can say it's hers, but you got to toughen up, mate. You got to toughen up. Yeah, you
fight her for it.
Well, you've been taken for a mug all the rest of your life. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to fight her for it. Fight her for it. So, what do I think? What do I personally think is the answer and the future for our game? Well, let's face it, we've got to get out and have more adventures. I need to get out and have more adventures, and we've got a few planned going. We've got to get my mate Kitten back up on his feet and out for an adventure. Yeah, I need to go and see what Sticks is up to, because Sticks has been a bit of a mystery man in his shed. Oh, he's in there tinkering. I said tinkering, not tinkling. Yeah, he's up to things, mystery things going on in the shed at the moment.
Yeah.
Very, very, very mysterious. Guy wants 19, that good.
What's that for?
What's that for? Walk.
I'm actually, because obviously it's Father's Day, I've got my one of my dad's knives.
Yeah.
This is one of the ones that I have next to my PC, and I quite often just hold it in hand. It's you said it's a solar vintage knife.
Little pruning knife.
Yeah. Used to always carry that with him.
Stove. Yeah. 19 quid for a Swedish Ranger stove.
Yeah.
Snap his hand off.
Yeah.
Snap his hand off, mate. You know, what's 20 quid get you these days? Okay.
A piece of fish and chips, if you're lucky.
4 really cheap and cruddy cans of beer.
Mm-hmm.
And possibly a portion of fish and chips.
Yeah. Those sort of things last for a long, long time, don't they?
Yeah. Exactly. Once you got it, it's there. You've got it.
I don't. We spent quite a lot of time in the garden this morning, Andy.
Not a problem, mate. Not a problem. Out there in the garden, wearing the shorts, hopefully.
Yeah, he said thanks for the shorts.
Just remember, the only problem with wearing those shorts is every now and again you look down and you think, crikey, what have I done with my middle? Oh, God, bloody it's hot.
Yeah, lucky enough, your ferry's going to be quite early, isn't it?
Yeah, so Tuesday I'm off to the Isle of Wight. I've got a very early ferry crossing, which is going to be quite nice because it's hot. So I'm going to be up and out of here by about 5 in the morning. Have a run down to Portsmouth, get on my ferry, go over, give my mum a hand for a couple of days. It'd be nice to be over on the island. Hey, Andy.
Yes, there's space.
There is space for the camp. There is space for the camp.
Yeah.
In fact, it's not on the board at the moment. I shall put it up on the board shortly.
Yep.
Stealth made it home. Gareth has painted my script. Hello?
Hey?
That sounds a bit...
Well, Stealth.
You've had your squirrel painted.
What? Did he do it under protest? You know? What did you do? Pin him down and spray paint him? Does he look like some sort of underground tube station art? You know? The bubble writing.
Work. Well done, mate. Hand officially snapped off. Yeah. 22.74 was shipping, mate. Perfect.
Yeah.
Grab it.
Yeah.
Grab
that's. The thing is, they things last and last and last, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And this is the thing. It's like kit. I mean, you look back at. I mean, I'll go and sort out. You look at the kit I've got. I mean, I've got stuff I haven't used in over a year. Am I prepared to part with it? No, because every now and again I'll go, you know what? I'll have that 2-foot stone squirrel.
It definitely won't be one that you go on your critter cooker.
No. So now
So how's she painted? Has got little shorts on, a little t-shirt, or has it got the Welsh flag on it?
Yeah. I'd have put a tattoo on it.
Yeah.
I'd have given it a tattoo and a black eye, just to make him look double hard. Maybe paint a little set of brass knuckles on his claws, because squirrels always sit like that, don't they? They always look like they're coming for a fight. Every time you look at a squirrel, they're chewing something. They put it down there like, what's up? What's up?
Yeah, waiting. Yeah.
Go on in, like that. Little boxes of squirrels. Yeah, it can walk. It can go for an absolute fortune. And do you know what? And the daft thing is, got to be 25, 30 years ago, we were at the War and Peace show, and it was at Beltry. And
I live in Laverne.
There was a guy there with pallets of steel Swedish cook sets, and he was selling them a £5 a set. And he was having a job getting rid of them because most people didn't even know what they were looking at.
No.
Yeah, and again, it's one of those you look back at, you think, if I'd known then what I know now, I would have blown a month's pay and bought the lot and just sat them in a shed somewhere.
I love your video, Lavu, of your missus on her board.
Yeah.
A wheeled board being pulled along by the pony. That was brilliant.
It's the way to travel.
Yeah.
It is the way to travel.
Yeah.
Good exercise for the pony.
Yeah.
Good fun for the missus. That's what you like to see.
It's no different from you get the old the dogs pulling the sled things, isn't it? Because they do it when it's not snow. They put them on wheels, don't they?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love that steel one. Yeah, me too, mate. I mean, mine's aluminium, but at the end of the day, it does the job. I mean, and again, I've often said to people, you don't really want to cook in aluminium, but I tend to do boiling the bags. I'm heating things. I'm boiling water.
You got a dog scooter. Brilliant.
The only time you really have to watch aluminium is you start scraping it around, especially if you're scraping it with metal items. You're using a wooden spoon in there. It's not too much of an issue.
Our youngest son, his girlfriend, her parents did that, didn't they? They had the sled thing with the wheels, dog scooter.
Yeah. So it's all good fun, fun and practice. And again, it's that height of summer, isn't it? Height of summer. Tomorrow starts the low of summer.
Yeah, I don't even know can remember back when you did the video about enamel, about it being
dangerous,
chipped.
Yeah,
we were actually watching someone making food the other day, and all his dishes and bowls and that he was using all had huge chunks out of the enamel, and you think, oh no, we'll eat that.
God, honestly, guys, I'll reiterate again to people because they don't. Then the process of enameling steel or metal involves some very, very caustic, very, very toxic base metals.
Ball carrying water boy
that are used as an underlayer before the enameling.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when enamel gets chipped, it opens those layers up to the air, where it oxidizes and can leach into your food. And some of these chemicals are really
so if you're
nasty.
drinking food, drinking or eating food all the time out of that, you'll potentially poison yourself each time.
Again, if you've got enamel and it's chipped, if it's chipped on the outside, it's not a problem. If it's chipped on the surface that you're preparing or eating your food from, I've been it. It's had its day. Yeah. It's time for it to go. And that's an awful thing to say. And if it's an antique and collectible, possibly repair it. But you've got to watch these things.
And they're very easy to pick up, aren't they? Now the enamel stuff.
I mean, it was for when it was done as a regular thing. It was a great system and it worked well. But it's like a lot of things.
Hi, Benny.
Later on in life, you find out it's not.
Grannies always used to make their apple pies in them, didn't they? Yeah. Granny used to make her apple pies and a enamel flat plate and that.
Yeah, aluminium cookware. That was all the rage at one point. Now they're realising it's not.
Yeah, you're
Teflon
right. Yeah.
coatings.
Yeah, 70s. It was all that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it does. And you know, we know the truth now. But all you can do for those who are sort of raised with it is keep your fingers crossed and and keep going. Hey Benny, how you doing, brother? Hope you're good.
Like you set up the other day with your bag and your stuff.
That was a nice bag. I do like that bag, Benny. Do like that bag. That's a nice system. It looks good. And again, you're proving the point. You inspired me today to do a video saying, do you need a big bag or not?
Yeah.
You know,
are you tempted to take too much?
Yeah.
You know, it's like these women with their big handbags that have the kitchen sink in it. I don't. I have what I need. I've got some burn stuff, you know, your usual purse, tissues, paracetamol. But as for that, no. The rest of it, no.
No, take what you need. And also take what you know to use.
Yeah.
I've done a course recently for somebody, and their first aid kit was pretty much what I'd call a tier 1 trauma kit. I mean, there was everything in there, intubators, you name it. It was there, IV kits, the whole lot. The person didn't even know what half of it was, let alone how to use it. And as I've often said to people, if you overstretch yourself, then it becomes dangerous.
Hi, Mark Seabike, how are you doing?
If you don't know how to intubate somebody, then don't intubate them. Okay, leave that for the professionals.
You've got bags. He's got his Burns bag, his pet bag. We've got a pet one that obviously for dogs, or if you've got it, we're going out there and we come across somebody else who's got a dog or something that's had something. Then yeah,
that's the thing, Benny. But again, Benny, as I pointed out today. One of the things to you and me, both are used to long back burgers, 120 litres, things like that. Fine when you're serving and you've got all that kit to carry, and let's face it, the size of the British Army issue sleeping bag was a bit of a monster. And you're carrying spare ammo, you're carrying all the other admin that goes with it. But as civvies, you're not. And if you've got a big bag, the temptation is always to fill it.
And now you've got these wonderful zip top bags.
Yeah.
You don't need to take a tin or a box where you can take the bag. All right, as long as you make sure that you're not squashing it and you're not having a major explosion in your bag.
That's the other thing, isn't it? The kit and gear that we got in the early 80s, even down to rations when everything was in tins and packs and that, were big. The kit and gear we carried was bulky. The comms gear, all the equipment, everything was larger, bulkier, heavier. When you look at the equipment now, everything's lightened up, everything's smaller, everything packs away, even down to a 24-hour wrap pack. The foil in the bag kit, in comparison to what you used to get, it is a lot easier to pack away. It's a lot more slimline. They can stuff into pockets, in pouches, and things like that.
70, 55, that's about.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you just, I mean, lighters, you have 2 or 3 lighters with you, but they don't weigh that much. But when you're taking, like 3 bottles of gas or something with you, that's quite a, You take a stick stove, which is very light, and it does the same as a gas stove, but the gas stove is bulky and takes up more room.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, weird bacon burgers,
Weird bacon burger. Exactly.
All that spam stuff.
Yeah. And this is the thing. So the bigger your bag, the more you'll put in it, and that's a guaranteed. Okay. If you shrink your bag down to a sensible, then you start to rationalise what you really need, and that's the difference. You've got to put the brakes on yourself sometimes. I mean, that's 40 litres. I worked it out. 40 litres.
3 dog. Knowledge has no weight.
But if I use the external carrying system on it, I've upped it to a 65 litre, and that's the built-in external, because my tent now goes on the top. It's probably 10 litres worth. And my sleep system goes underneath. It's another 10 litres worth. leaving that space inside. It's still a 45-litre bag. I'm just able to slap 20 litres on the outside of it. So again, it's that thought process as well.
Yeah, definitely. Happy Father's Day, especially to the poor dads that can't get to see their kids and that.
Yeah. Nah. Bear in mind a thought for them all. Oh, look at that. I can just see it in the camera. This side. I just missed a hair there. When I...
What, you got bloody bat eyes?
Radar system. Oh, Mickey.
Well, I didn't see it either.
I'll have to shave myself again later. It's just standing there against the back. I just looked up. Went,
you can really see your tat, though.
Yeah.
Wait. No. There you go. Da-da.
Oh. Yeah, so...
Yeah, John was surprised it fitted in that pack.
Yeah. Hey?
John was surprised it fit that ICS fitted in there.
It goes in absolutely perfect from side to side. Absolutely slotted in the bottom perfectly. It absolutely...
Oh dear. You
there. Yeah. Mate, I tell you, it's... I did one of those today where I did the video, and one point I looked down at the video when I was doing the editing. I looked at it and I could see the pattern, the side of the hair on the side of my head, and then this pink bit in the centre.
I'm looking like a koala.
No,
this is koala look. If he looks like a koala, that's it. You know, the things are coming out. What we had to do, I got a message from our youngest son Dan, because he's out in Czech Republic. There's Mother's Days and Father's Days are completely different days as America as well, isn't it? I don't know about you, Jason, in Canada, but so what he did, he messaged me. He said, "Mum," he said, "I always forget, and it's always I remember this day it happened." So he said, "Do me a favour, if you get a card, if I tell you what to write in Dad's card, can you do it for me?" So you did get a card today. Yeah, I was able to go, "Dan, look, he got it."
Yeah. So yeah. Which is nice, but again, as a dad, I'm not too worried about that. As long as I know he's all right and he's doing okay.
They both run you today. Happy Father's Day.
That's all they got to do is give me a ring, let me know they're all right, they're happy. Head shaving, not shaved mine yet, but you.
I have that trouble. I lay down and it gets caught under the pillow, or it's actually longer down my back than it is at the front, and it
Yeah, it's I'm shaving my head more and more these days. I've always preferred short hair. Kiwi, by the way, the tent does fit into the rocket side pouches on the Bergen. Yep, I knew it would.
Yep,
absolutely brilliant. So there you go. It's great. That ICS, right? So. Couple of negative comments on the video, and quite understandably for people. Somebody complained about the camo, said it was the worst camo ever. Quite possibly, but I'm not being shot at, so I'm not too worried about the camo. Somebody else said that it would build up loads of condensation in it because of the black rubber coating. Yes, possibly could. If you kept yourself sealed up in it non-stop, you possibly could. But again,
Bill,
the practicality is it opens up all over the place.
The bank of mum and dad is
get the airflow into it. Any system like that is you've got to manage your airflow. Okay, so it doesn't matter what the tent system is. It can be. You can even get condensation under a tarp. You just got to manage it. So I often say to people, really, unless you're trying to kip inside a bin bag. Have the volume down. I don't know that. My volume's everything's set here pretty much at single standard.
He said, anyone else seen ICS tent for sale other than eBay, Amazon?
Yeah.
I don't know if you tried the local Facebook marketplace.
And Army Surplus Stores.
Army Surplus Stores, yeah.
Right. I'll tell you who might well be worth having a look at. Military EU. Okay. Let me just I'll let Kaz entertain you for a second, and I'll just do a quick check for you.
Yeah, there's no point taking the outer stuff, the back, any extra bags if you don't need them on there. Hi, Cujo. Yeah, someone actually said to you that their black one, is it melted when they had it when they were in the services?
Yeah, but that's is that down to the conditions, how it was looked after, how they're taken care of?
At least you've got condensation. At least you've got some way of getting some water that you can boil in the morning. That pack is called a DCC day sack, dismounted close combat day sack.
Yeah,
I have one awesome bit of kit, comfortable. That's good, then.
Yeah, absolutely, Andy, absolutely brilliant bit of kit. I'd recommend it to anybody.
Oh, I see. Yeah, we did.
No, can't find it on Military EU. So I'll have a look around tomorrow, see if I can find it anywhere for you.
Surplus and Lost is another one.
Yeah, so the black lining, it's like a rubber PU type lining. Yeah. It's absolutely waterproof. It resists light, and I'm pretty sure it's also got a level of NBC protection in it.
John's just said it's reducing, eliminate any light signature.
Yeah, it absolutely works brilliantly. Absolutely awesome bit of kit. It is.
You can cook in the back with them.
You could.
Take care, all Mark. Have a good day.
Yeah, you could definitely cook in the rear vestibule. Okay. Is it quick to deploy? Yeah, 5 minutes. Not even that. It's up quick and easy. It's a good system in the fact that once it's out, but you could unpeg the corners, pick the whole thing up, shuffle it round if you needed to. So, and we've all done it. Put it up, the wind's blowing one way, the sand's coming one direction. 20 minutes later, it's all shifted round. Yeah. And this system, you could pick it up, move it around, not a problem at all.
Cut down your thermals too, yeah.
Yeah, and packing away, not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. It went away as easy as it came out, and everything fitted back in as it should, which was absolutely brilliant.
We've been to the Mulligan Tower. That's beautiful there as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we like around Galloway.
Ali, you just love a challenge, mate. That's what it is. You love a challenge. Ali, my mate Ali, is one of those guys, do you know what? If the mountain's not steep enough, he'll take some explosives and make it a bit steeper.
Yep.
Or
carry some more dirt up and make it taller.
Yeah, he knows the old challenge is quite simple. The harder it is, the more you get out of it. You and me both, buddy. You and me both. It's one thing when the enemy starts screaming and running away when they see you turn up. It's when your own buddies are doing the same thing as well. I have turned up in places and heard...
because the sheep up there have got bloody great big round horns.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the Herdwicks that are in Lake District. They're just, but them the Scottish sheep, like the Highland, they're like the Highland cattle.
They're
the
another level, aren't they?
Yeah,
they are another level.
I mean, you've got your Galloways, which are short horses, but they're
Yeah, it's I don't know if anybody else is actually aware. You know, in Scotland, it's the only place in the world where they actually have carnivorous sheep. Been known to run down a haggis as a pack.
Yep.
They will flush haggis into the corner, tear them to pieces. It's terrible. So again, if you're up there, and you have a sporran on, keep it covered, because
we went to Arnhem and there was like one little tiny road, and we went up this higher road, and it had the metal railings on the side, and all the sheep were on the road because being a colder time of the year, the tarmac was warm. And he sort of drove up to them, and the look, you was like, I'll just wait for you to get up, you just take your time, back off. Yeah, cows. Yeah, it's like the New Forest. We went with Mac, didn't we, down to New Forest, and the horses thought it was really funny, well, ponies, to actually tread on the corners of the tents.
Yeah.
In case your head was there. Yeah.
Mate, Scottish midges. I've seen Boy Scouts carried off by them, screaming as they disappeared above the trees.
Yeah.
All you hear is
the screaming starts. Their little midges stinger is like made of blackthorn, I swear.
In actual fact, I'm quite happy to admit one of the few times in this world I've only on this life I've nearly been driven to insanity is midges. It just gets to a point where you're either going to give up or you're going to crack up. They're hell. Yeah.
It's like, what you got in your bag? Yeah, I'm having that.
Yeah, Highland cattle they're again another species in their own right. I often wonder if they are in actual fact cows.
They don't realise how wide their horns are.
They don't care how wide their horns are, do they?
Our son worked on a place, our youngest one, that had the Keck Highlands, and they were trying to move them, and they got there was some builders doing some work in the manor house nearby, and our son warned him and said, whatever you do not take your eyes off them. And one of the blokes turned his head, and the matriarch cow swung her head and knocked him out.
Yeah. Planted him flat on his back.
Yep. He was Sparko, Yeah,
not scared of anything. Yeah.
It could be, yeah.
It could,
you might be onto something there, Three Dog.
At the end of the day, I mean, it's still an incredible animal.
Yeah.
It's still an incredible animal. I mean, Dan used to ride the bull at the farm there, like Mongo from Blazing Saddles. You see him coming across the field, but he spent a lot of time with this bull, built up a really good relationship with it. And the bull wasn't aggressive; he was just.
But we did have to.
If he decided he was going in a direction,
we had to go and help him one day because the bull had decided that he wanted to go across the river to his ladies, and he got himself all tied up with his halter and stake. And he was actually wrapped up in a fence.
Yeah. Hey Simon, hey, how was it up north, mate? And how far north did you go? Hey, mate, well, that's the other thing, isn't it? This is if you come across cattle with calves,
don't go.
Don't go. Yeah. Simple as.
Don't take your dogs and even on the leads.
Do to leave them alone. Invariably, most cattle are quite docile. They are interested in you. They're quite calm. They're quite relaxed if you're calm and relaxed. But if they've got calves, they turn into absolute monsters.
Even to their own farmers.
But I think any farmer will tell you, his cattle are fine.
They get calf proud, and then you in a whole world of hurt.
Oh yeah, which is a good thing.
Yeah,
it is a good thing. I mean, at the end of the day, it's us entering their world. So if we show them a little bit of respect and give them the space, you're going to be fine. But no, I mean, the old farmers saying never turn your back on a cow. Never turn your back on a cow. Never approach them without announcing yourself. And again, I was taught as a boy. Every time you enter that field, you call out to them, "Morning, ladies." That's what my dad told me, and I still do it to this day. 61 years old. Sometimes just driving past the field of cows, it's instinctive for me to open the window and go, "Morning, ladies."
Bill says that the Scottish sheep hate haggis because they're after their stomach.
Oh yeah.
Do like a haggis though.
Oh yeah, we do like a bit of haggis.
Especially deep fried in batter.
I'll have it anyway. Yeah, a black pudding. Got some really good black pudding up there in Scotland.
Oh yeah.
Really good black pudding. Some of this southern black pudding doesn't really stand up to the test.
White pudding though from Cornwall, that's all right. Yeah, true. It is pretty much for the same with all animals. If they've got babies, then yeah,
you got never go for the greenest, flattest patch.
Nah.
It's usually green and flat because they've made it green and flat.
Yeah, the trouble is the only places they don't really go. You don't want to be putting your tent up or your sleeping bag, do you?
Those ones we had out in the ranges that used to emerge from the bracken, the bracken used to get to about 6 foot high, and we had Highland cattle out there grazing, and the bracken would go down each side of the range. So you had a lovely cut range floor, and then all of a sudden this wall of bracken and lines of pines, and every now and again poor lads would be out there shooting. And this wall of bracken would just open up, and this big old orange head would appear, horns, undergrowth hanging from the horns would just appear, nom, like walk straight out onto the range floor. And the amount of times I've had RCOs and that get hold of me, start, there's a bloody cow on the range, you know. Right.
Yeah, we're getting more and more wild boar and that round in the country, and they've been I know they've been reintroducing pine martins down in the New Forest, and where's it? New Forest, and I can't remember where else there was. But I watched a video the other day. I showed Mick someone in Worthing, which is right on the coast in Sussex. They looked out into their back garden. There was a pine marten jumping around in the back garden. Yeah.
So and it's again, as John said, and this is one of the things for us in the UK, isn't it? Beyond the domestic animals, we don't have too many threats. But as John was saying there, you know, over in the States, you've got bear and bear cubs, you're in trouble. You know, if it hasn't seen you or noticed you, get your arse out of it. Don't be there. Simple as that. Hogs, Pigs can't. Sows can be super aggressive when they've got youngsters. Invariably, with pigs, and my dealings with pigs make plenty of noise. They tend to avoid you. They'll actually clear off before, and it's when you surprise them it's a problem. Or if you've got a dog off the lead, and you're walking along quietly, and the dog tends to sort of surprise them, that's when all hell really goes. You know. It goes completely tits up.
It's the same with snakes. So you make noise and then they'll go. Yeah. Then you're not going to have the chance of coming across them.
Watch where you put your feet. Make plenty of noise. Yeah.
There was a program thing I watched the other day, and some lady goes, she had to put these two pictures up. She said, "Is this a common lizard?" No, it's not. It's a bearded dragon.
It was in a garden, wasn't it?
Yeah. She had a bearded dragon at the bottom of her tree. Is this a common lizard? No, we don't get lizards that big. Sausages from. Do you mean the square sausage?
Yeah.
Square sausage.
Square sausage.
Yeah. Hi, Sticks.
Yeah. Hi, Sticks. How you doing, mate? How's things going in the mysterious world of the shed, eh? Ooh.
Sticks Stealth has come home and said that he's come home to find that his squirrel's been painted.
Yeah, Stealth's
squirrel's been painted.
Yeah.
Painted.
It's giving. You've got to give grace to wildlife and wild animals. Got to give grace to it.
The birds are just as bad, aren't they?
Yeah.
Dive bombing you when you get too close.
Right. So those of you that are in Scotland, Cap Cayley.
Right? Don't go near them.
Bloody things. Aggressive. They make an awful racket. Don't taste particularly good. Why?
And they sound like wooden blocks clocking together.
Why? What use is a Cap Cayley? It's just
bad-tempered,
obnoxious, stomps around the woods. You know, it's almost as thick and ignorant as a turkey.
Yep.
And turkeys are pretty ignorant. I mean, anybody that's ever come across wild turkeys.
Yeah, no, it's in America. They got a thing about police cars. Turkeys is attacking police officers and police cars.
A lot of time with turkeys, it's shiny things, and the fact that they're very, very territorial birds anyhow.
Yeah.
And they will protect their group, their harem.
Yes.
Has anybody used dried? Yes, I've used dried dung as a fuel source. Horse poo tends to work better than cow poo. Cow poo's just a bit. Depends what the cows have been eating. If you've got, this is where it's going to get a bit horrible. If you've got something that was or has been a soft pat and you've dried it, then that tends to smoulder. If you've got something that's fairly coarse, i.e. they've been on quite a rough green diet and it's coming out like horse dung, dried out, it does make a good
Mongolians use horse dung, don't they?
Yeah.
The Arabs in the Saharas and that, they always use camel dung, don't they? It's whatever comes to because it is straw and stuff like that. So
a lot of ruminants don't digest fully, so you can actually you can use it. But I will say, nobody has ever had as much fun as a young lad at a country fair cow pat throwing. You know, it's I always used to be pretty good with the cow pat myself.
Yeah,
I used to actually get my cow pats, lay them out, get them to about 1/8 of an inch thick, dry them and all the rest of it, smooth the edges. I could get one of them babies to fly. Welly wanging wasn't my thing. Not much of a welly wanger. Right?
Do they burn long with cow dung?
No.
It depends, doesn't it? How dry it is.
If it's a smouldery fire, it will burn longer. But the great thing with it is it makes a great smudge fire. Stinks to high heaven, but it will make a good smudge fire. It will keep the insects off. In fact,
John, he got his winter camp got crushed by an armadillo. It's too much noise for a critter that small and ugly. And you can't give them a tap because they just curl up in a ball.
I want to know if the saying's true though.
What?
Armadillos crunchy on the outside, chewy in the centre.
I wouldn't want to find out.
A rafter of turkeys. Yeah. That's I didn't know that.
The amount of the interstate police that we've seen running around their cars being chased by turkeys is
turkeys obnoxious.
I mean, it's like llamas. You know that llama's going to spit in your face because their ears go back.
Yeah.
When their ears go back, you're going to get all their stomach contact in your face.
I don't go near them.
No. Our son Dan had to clip some, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he says, it's not nice.
Yeah. We've got an alpaca near us in the woods, and he does occasionally get out and get into the woods.
Yeah.
I pretty much told the owner it's quite simple. I'll come and get them. They can come and get him and take him back. It's
dime bar advert.
That's wondering who's gonna.
Oh, it's supposed to carry leprosy. Yeah. Oh, there you go. So living yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 to 6 hours. Quite a lot for
there you go.
manure, isn't it?
Yeah. In fact, I've got a box of Lavu's briquettes.
Hi, Mike. How you doing?
And they burn really, 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 really well. Using them in my, in fact, I've actually kept some back from my little box stove up there. Absolutely superb. I find putting one of those in knocked the drawer back, and that kept an ember in all night. Absolutely brilliant. Mike, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, happy Father's Day
to you too, mate.
Yeah.
Hope you're good. Hope your lad's good. Fellow sapper that he is. Good lad. He's one of the educated gentlemen.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, we do like the core of engineers here. And,
it's great to see. We've had to suffer 30 degrees today, which has been, and it's going to be 37 the next couple of days. So.
In actual fact, on the computer here, heat warning just issued.
Yeah, I had one on mine downstairs.
So another heat warning.
But we've had warnings. I don't know, the UK 52 areas in the UK could get power cuts because of the amount of heat. They think that some of the substations are going to,
yeah. So be prepared. There is a chance.
He's prepared 2 big containers of water for me because obviously he's going to be away.
Yeah. Well, I'm going away for a couple of days to help my mum. So both Jackeries are charged,
I've got
ready to go.
I've got torches. I've got bottled water everywhere, and I've got bottled water for the neighbour as well because she's been fainting just lately because it's too hot.
I've got 60 litres of water containerised for Kaz, sat to one side.
Yeah.
So she's got the gas. She's got the gas cooker here. So all set up. I can go away knowing full well if anything goes wrong. In actual fact, this is how far we plan. So that's my pack that I'm taking, the 45 litre. Okay.
And he's taking a fan.
Slightly modified from what it was. So that is going with me. Part of our debrief last night was it will take me 4 days to get back here from the Isle of Wight on foot. If everything went completely tits up, Kaz knows I will be here in 4 days. Okay. If not sooner. If I find a push bike or something like that along the way, obviously a bit quicker. But if I've got to tab it the whole way, 4 days. At the end of 4 days, if I'm not back, do what you've got to do.
We have been having the last few weeks quite extreme weather for this time of year, and as all these countries just grow up with more population and more people, the infrastructure is still trying to work on an old infrastructure, so it's
overloading.
It's best to just be prepared. It's better to be prepared and not have to use it than not be prepared and be screwed.
3 dog night, exactly that. Yeah. Camping at home, it's you and I are the same generation. We went through that in the 70s. The winter of discontent, the power cuts, the rationing of power, the fact that you didn't get electricity.
We had that in the 70s, didn't we, all the time? Yeah.
It's one of those things. So,
but if we don't need the water, it's fine. It's secure.
Yeah.
Like I say, the Jackery's charged. I've charged up we've got some little fans, the USB ones.
Ray,
they're all charged up.
Doing?
Hi, Ray. So I've got fans. I'm not so bothered about me. It's Willow. I'm all right. I can go under a cold shower and that, but it's Willow is the one.
Oh, Mick, if you were stuck on a desert island and only had 4 edible plants,
very nice, Mike,
and veg, what would they be? Is that as in taking with me, mate, or if I'm obviously desert islands, depending where the desert island was, depending on what you're going to have fruit and veg wise. So some areas you might be lucky enough to find mangoes, coconut, mangrove root. You start, it depends on the desert island where it is. If it was actually taking the supplies with me, I could take 4 fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, to grow.
Oh, blimey. To grow.
Tomatoes.
Never really thought about that one. Yeah, tomatoes.
I'll say because they are
good source of vitamins and mineral. Grow rapidly. Don't take too much and quite.
And the weather is.
Sweet potatoes, another good one. They grow quite readily. Can be quite prolific as well. I would like to try.
You want some sort of onion? Yeah. They grow. They grow well.
Yeah, alliums, any of the allium family. Yeah. And to be honest with you, what I'm thinking desert island. I'm thinking vitamin, mineral, vitamin C, sulfur. Things that are going to hit you in hot permanent climates like that, things like scurvy, lack of electrolytes, acids and that in your body, amino acids and stuff. So I'm trying to balance out there. So fruit-wise...
potatoes grow anywhere.
Any of the citrus fruits, any citrus fruit that you think can grow in that environment. But again, it's going to be a case of... Go to desert island. So I don't know if anybody's realised the series Outlast is back on, and I watched 1 episode and switched off from it. It's not what it was. The producers seem to have gone out and found lots of good-looking young men and ladies.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that.
To survive in the jungle. Survive in the jungle. You can't survive in a jungle. You can't survive. Simple as that.
I've actually updated the silver scooter you saw in the video at the country fair. I've updated it. I've got one that's 2015 now, haven't I?
Yeah.
Haven't I? So it's the same make, but it's blue.
Yeah.
This one. So you'll see the blue one now, because it's the silver one's great, but it was starting to get a bit ropey, wasn't it? Really. Yeah. But yeah, it's nice to get out in that. It was, yeah.
Neeps, tatties, carrots, and peas. Good choice. Good choice. Yeah. And again, that's it. Potatoes are going to give you carbohydrates in the starch and that.
Yeah, carrots.
They're going to give you a limited amount of vitamin C, but you are going to get some. So, it's again, and also your confidence in growing things.
Yeah.
So you're going to need time.
It's like last year we grew peas in the back garden in a trough, and they sort of died away, and and Mick has done the garden again for me, so that it's easier for me to actually deal with the things. I've got gooseberry trees now, gooseberries, red currants, blueberries, blackcurrants, and I've got peppers and tomatoes. Well, in the tray, he put it on beside I've got 3 big butler sinks, and he's noticed today that some of the pea plants have actually come back up again. So we've got peas and tomatoes in there.
So I set some strings in for them.
Yeah, we're doing all right with peas and them last year, weren't we?
Yeah.
We've got a very tiny garden, but you can grow anything for yourself in tubs and planters.
I think that's the thing as well, isn't it? It's for we meet a lot of people.
Hi, Natty.
We meet a lot of people say they're not green fingers.
Yeah, happy Father's Day to you too.
At the end of the day, you got to give it a go, haven't you? Natty, how you doing, mate? Happy Father's Day to you. A fantastic day.
Oh, right.
Floating on the river.
Very nice.
Kids fly up at the girlfriends, cut their grass.
At the church. Very
Absolutely
nice.
Brilliant, Natty. Absolutely brilliant, mate. Great
Mike
day.
said that he recently bought a case of emergency ration that are like the military MRI, so I have one of those in my vehicle gear pack. Good idea.
Way to go, mate. Way to go. Cannibalism will work.
Yeah. Or if you're lucky like us, we have got, within about a mile and a half of us, we got 3 big allotments.
Yeah.
3 huge allotments.
Yeah.
And I went past one the other day and I went, I can smell chicken poo, so I know someone's got chickens in there.
So this, again, so it's like your foraging skills, isn't it? It's knowing what to look for. It's keeping your eyes open. Be very careful. Again, I love to encourage people to forage, but really, really do your homework. And if in doubt, leave it out. It's simple as that.
Yeah.
I've found that over the years I can pretty much sustain myself on most walks at most times of the year just by nibbling off the hedgerow. When I say sustain, I'm not talking about having a major meal, but
keep it going.
It keeps it going. It's those literally like finger snacks. It's like you're walking along and you're just starting to think, middle of the afternoon, I'm starting to lack a bit of energy.
Those little tiny leaves that are on the blackberry bushes. The little tiny ones.
The shoots.
Yeah, little shoots. They are so nice.
Yeah. And it's been able to gather along the way. And just you're not looking at creating massive meals, but again, you're just staving it off.
Especially when you're waiting for the blackberries to because we have noticed, because of the change around us of populations, people are starting to blackberry push again.
Yeah.
Big pick. And
you have to move quick.
Yeah, you do. You got to move down quick to better get to
Outdoor Alley. Ethical question: would anyone not eat another human being in a survival situation if they died naturally? Oh hell yeah, I would. I would.
Yeah, it's...
right. I've often, in training and in my past, this is a subject that's often come up. Okay, now. I say hell yeah I would, because I have thought about this and I've gone through this with people. We've discussed it, talked about it, what you would do, how you would do it, how you would preserve it, and so on, so on, so on. It's not a nice subject.
I know the sailors in the 1800s used to draw straws, and no.
The will to survive is immensely strong. Okay, now first 3 or 4 days, you're going to look at that, and you're probably not going to think about it. You're probably going to just it's a thought you're going to try and put out your head, but it's a resource, and you're going to have to move fast to preserve that resource. So, if you've already thought about it and planned, you know the situation. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not just locking somebody's buttocks off and frying them up for the hell of it. But if it's a genuine survival situation, I know it's push, come, shove, and that person's gone naturally, or they didn't move quick enough, then
I can't. Survive. When you hear these stories, and like people who tried to escape from, these prisons on islands and things like that, and they draw straws and they actually murder the other person. I think that is, I mean, it depends on the situation, but Mike, that's a good idea. I like the idea that you've made these kits of rations.
Your own kits.
Yeah.
Would you let it marinate a few days? Oh, if you've got
Jason, isn't that a load of old
marinate away? It's a bit of chipotle flakes, salt and pepper. Yeah,
Jason just said testicles are supposed to be very righteous, and I said that's a load of old balls.
Sweet bread, sweetbreads. I think it's a rational thing.
Or Chianti.
It's another thing if you're going out hunting other human beings.
Yeah,
right. That gets a bit scary. But no, if you're in the guys in Peru in the plane crash, right? The only reason those that made it out is because they used the resources that were there, and those resources were already gone.
And you can't really be disgusted by them because you weren't in that situation.
No.
That plane, And
I think again, some
of
the things, and we don't do religion on this channel, but some of the things that are going to help you in those situations is having your faith system. That person's gone. What's left there is a carcass. It's a shell. Okay.
Didn't they the plane? Didn't they just eat the buttocks?
The buttocks and the thighs.
Yeah, and I mean, you weren't really destroying the people's loved one, really.
The larger muscles are what you want to go for. Okay, so it's.
I don't know, because everyone says that old thing of it tastes like chicken, but it's like squirrel tastes like pork.
So from what I've read over the years, we're supposed to be very similar to pig. We're very similar to pork. Okay. I don't know that because obviously I've never eaten anybody or cooked anybody. But it
is. It's quite a thought stinging subject. Some people go, oh no, but then again, you got to think that it all depends on the situation and availability of other sources. I mean, if you're out in the snow, you're not going to find snow hares. And the thing you'd like to find is like a polar bear, and they're more likely to eat you, and they're not going to leave the rest of you for
If you've been to a Mackie D's, you probably already have. Nipple fritter.
Boo baguette, yeah.
Hey Jason, I've heard that. I've never seen a bear with no skin, but apparently it does look like a human being. Yeah, I have heard that. I know guys that hunt bear and that, and they've said you'd be quite horrified.
Like Matty, see you next week.
Yeah, one of them was actually explaining to me that's his theory behind a lot of the Bigfoot mystery. Where people have come across things. He said, because once you've cleaned it and skinned it, and taken the head off of it and the paws off of it, if you left it there, you'd be like, that's a big person. Night, Matty. Don't have nightmares, mate.
Yeah, we wouldn't eat you.
Ali, no, I've never. I was never a cannibal.
I never watched those. I never watched horror movies and that. I remember the first time I watched. Is Is it Hellraiser with the bloke with the spikes on his
it.
head? I watched part of it and I thought, what a load of crap. And I didn't bother watching the rest of it because it wasn't my... No, it's... yeah.
Although I did enjoy The Walking Dead for a bit of fantasy.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was a bit of fun.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
We are funny creatures, or things
fan.
I mean, people who like to scare the hell out of one another, and you know.
Well, it doesn't scare me.
No, but they watch it because it just triggers off. Yeah.
Cannibal the musical. Now that's got a picture of mine. That has.
Here I have his sausages.
Yeah, Jason. I've not. Do you know what? I haven't seen any of it since Daryl disappeared. Once Daryl got disappeared at the bridge, I haven't seen any since.
We watched one that there was a bloke who'd been bitten, and he was part. When he was part, what's the one we watched? And they had to get him somewhere, and he was part. He hadn't actually turned in complete zombie. And that was just got too weird in the end.
But great zombie films. So you got.
I like the one with Nicholas Hoult in.
Oh, I was just trying
Warm
to think.
Bodies.
Warm Bodies. Yeah,
that is a good film.
Very good film. Yeah.
That's it. He was purple. You're reading Hannibal at the moment, the third book.
No. Yeah, 28 Days Later. The original was good.
Shaun of the Dead. That was
Shaun
funny.
of the Dead. That's a cracker. Yeah. Get to the pub.
Yes. Z Nation. That was the one I was trying to think of.
Z Nation. Yeah, Ali, that's right. And that's the thing. I think that's what drew me to it. Is the not the zombies. It was you could even take the zombies out of it completely. It was what you're going to do.
When they started doing those big balls of zombies blowing with the wind.
I think that was just a laugh. I thought that was funny. Z
Nation. I enjoyed watching that.
Yeah, I started watching Outlast, mate, and I watched the first episode of Outlast and binned it. I mean, at the end of the day, not one of those people on that island are what I call survivors. So literally, the production team's gone, she's pretty, he's pretty, he's pretty, he's pretty, that one's pretty, that
She's in a bikini. She's in a bikini and shorts and a little shirt, and she's freezing now because it's raining. And
put on desert island, and they're going to survive. And it will be tough. No, it won't. It's not tough. It's not tough surviving in that environment.
Kick that poor girl out.
Yeah, it's put them back in Alaska just before the winter. That's tough. No, buried just a guy in a box. No, that comes close to a situation that I don't want to ever even think about. SP50 drills. Oh yes, apply liberally, exposed skin, slap protection. Yes, definitely, mate. Yeah, Stephen King, prolific writer.
Survive the island means not catching a terminal STD.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never bothered watching any of that.
Yeah. Yeah, it brings a whole new meaning to the phrase skinning the snake, doesn't it?
Ew. Good job it's gone past the...
I did look beforehand.
Going the wrong way again.
It's going downhill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's past 9. Watershed has been passed, so yeah, we can take that a little bit further within reason. We have haven't been trolled tonight. The message seems to have got out there in the troll world.
Yeah.
Not to bother us.
Yeah. I've heard of Simon. His name has gone before
Stephen King. prolific writer. Things like The Fog and that. Was Stephen King, wasn't it? Fog. Yeah.
Yes.
That was a good film. That was a good book. But I've never been a big horror fan. I'm afraid it's not something they. In fact, Revenant.
I like
good
that.
Film. The only horror film I used to watch on a regular basis used to be the one in Scotland with the werewolves.
Oh, Dog Soldiers.
Dog Soldiers, that's it. Now, Dog Soldiers.
Maximum Overdrive, I like that.
We used to kick Dog Soldiers
AC/DC
in the training room for the recruits for their first night X, and we would let them watch it because we would hold them back till dark, and we would set them in there, and they would watch a movie, Dog Soldiers, before going out on their first night X together.
See, you're behind me, aren't you? Or I hope I give you the shits. Yes.
And it was a bit of a psychological thing because it hyped them. It got even the bravest one out there. Bloody hell's that, and then start linking in. It's a psychological thing. If you watch something scary, then you put yourself in a similar situation, you're going to be scared. So again, it was making them hyper vigilant and putting them on edge and making the exercise a little bit more of an adrenaline rush for them. When they came in the following day, usually they were buzzing off their nuts. Good wolf out. Oh, not so much me, but there was a couple of the lads that could really crack on a good one. My favourite one to do was to be sat there, set myself up with a hide somewhere near where I knew they were going to come through. And once they get about 30 yards from you, just start talking nonsense quietly. You literally just start no. Oh, no. Yeah.
You sound like a minion.
Yeah, exactly that. But in the distance of the woods, you imagine you walk through the woods at night on your own, patrolling, you're there, and you just hear that just faintly off in the distance. You stop, what the hell's that? And of course, you then stop, and then you wait a little bit, and they start walking. So you start again. Yeah. But it's got to be nonsense. It can't be something they can make sense of. And you can see them get more and more worked out. You can see the adrenaline being released into them.
You have to excuse me, I'm feeding Willow his tea.
Which was, possibly a bit cruel, but it used to work. If I went on a show like that, which one would you go on? I would have gone on Outlast, but the previous 2 series in Alaska. Yeah, that's what I would have done. Yeah, your instructors probably did that as well, Ali. Instructors have been doing it for years, mate. And it wasn't... Some people would tell you these days it's a cruel thing to do. It's not. It's inoculation. Okay? It's the first time that a lot of people go into the woods as young men or women, they're terrified because they've never been in that environment before in their life. You've got to try and show them that there's nothing to be afraid of, especially in the UK. Okay, so here in the UK, what is the scariest thing in the woods? It's you. You are the biggest, meanest in that woods. Simple as that. Okay.
Good boy,
we don't even have the diseases in the animals that will cause you fear. Okay. So if you're in North American places like that, raccoons are cool. They're sweet. What an amazing little creature till it's got rabies. We don't have rabies in the UK. We managed to eradicate it. So the worst thing you're going to get here is an angry squirrel. Okay?
Or a badger that's got a toothache.
Or a badger with toothache.
Yeah.
So again, it does. It keeps you switched on. It pushes that adrenaline level through the roof. Also, you then see how they interact with the others. The switched on ones are like, stop, go firm, listen, what is that? Right, and they will try and sound it out, and then they will work out what they're going to do about it. Then there's those that will just turn around and walk away. Okay, never had anybody run away, but I've had people decide that they're going to change their route completely. They're literally, now we're going that way. Okay, is it the wrong thing? Yeah, it probably is the wrong thing for them to do, but yeah. Oh, I know all about angry squirrels. Yeah. Yeah, surviving night in the cities. Yeah. Exactly, mate. Yeah, we do need a British version. It would be nice to see a version done here, somewhere like Dartmoor.
Sorry, mate, it's all gone.
Forest of Galloway, somewhere like that, or even out on one of the Scottish Islands. Yeah. You know, but again, the difficulty with producing a program like this is you've got to be able to put people into an environment where it's possible to survive, and you've also got to put them into the element that they're likely to survive in. So it's okay. So let me present to you 2 TV series that I'm going to talk about. The first one is called Dead Alone. I'm going to take people out into the Sahara, drop them off one-on-one, no navigation aids, no equipment and all the rest of it, and then we're going to come back in 3 weeks. So the reality is you've got to put them somewhere where if they have common sense, they have sensibility, they're going to make it. Now, Alone, again, they do a lot of research into the people's backgrounds and personal skill sets. Okay, they even go through a mental evaluation beforehand because you can't put people at risk. So you've got to select people that have that ability that are liable to survive. Would I do Alone? No. Okay. I'll tell you why I wouldn't do Alone. I'm not a solitary person. I've always advocated where possible surviving in a team, even if it's just 2 of you. Survival, your chances of survival are much improved in a team. You need somebody to bounce off. You need somebody to back you up. You need somebody to keep watch when you're asleep. You need somebody to maintain the fire when you sleep. So again, you know.
A1, that is Mark Squirrel. Isn't that smart? Look at that.
It's in a boxing stance.
Yeah. It's sitting on, it's standing on its nuts.
Yeah. So I don't think I'd do too well on Alone. The other thing is I'd want to play too much on Alone because I know there's going to be somebody a couple of K that way. So I might go over and have a little wander around late at night, move things around, make some quiet voices in the distance. And then firing flares and wanted to leave beforehand. Drop them at the top of Snowdon. Yeah. Well, again, a lot of these survival programs aren't filmed in huge areas. So you take the Outlast, 5 square kilometres was what they used.
Yeah.
And they split the teams up just within that 5 square kilometres. So again, slightly different preference there. Yes, it was a survival program, but you pitted team against team. So the human side of it came in, which was interesting for me. That side of it of how devious people can be, how cruel they can be, and how quickly they can turn on one another when it comes to survival, when they're given a goal to make it through.
Yeah, Snowdon got a cafe up there now. They've got a railway that goes up to the top of Snowdon as well, haven't they?
Yeah. Yeah, there is a cafe up there. Most important C of survival is, what is the 11th C? Come on in, Cujo, let us know. Fill us in. You've met the master. Because he's got a whole system, hasn't he, based on the C's of survival, is it? All the survival programs were good. Now it's all about celebrities. Yeah, of course it is.
Okay. Companion.
Hey, mate, great. I'll go with that. Go with that 100%. I all the courses I've run for people, all the training I've attended over the years tends to be based on worst case scenario. You're on your own. However, if you have the ability, having a companion, having somebody to just share the load, okay? If you're alone on a desert island, and
that's why I think you had Wilson, isn't it? Yeah. His basketball.
Yeah. If you become sick on a desert island and you can't keep that water going, your collection going, or the food going, or the fire going, you're just going to deteriorate even further. If you've got somebody who can share the load, build a structure. 2 people will make a better structure than one. Boredom, loneliness, they are killers. One of the first things in survival, if you're alone, is tasks, set a routine, daily
cigarettes.
Tasks. Probably set tasks. Okay, set yourself a routine. Get up, do this, do this, do this, do this on a daily basis. Because one of your worst enemies is that point where you sit down and you go, what next? And then you start to think about the situation. That's where the depression sets in. Okay, so you've got to keep that under wraps. So 2 people, 2 perspectives, yeah, perfect. 2 ideas, shared workload, team effort, even if you don't like the person. Okay, you might not really like the person. However, you can put that to one side. Seen it a number of times in life, whether it be on operators on teams that as soon as the job's done, these 2 guys will literally walk away from another, nothing to do with one another, absolutely hate one another. Put them together on the team doing the job, switched on, absolutely perfect, got one another's backs, will do the job absolutely brilliantly and work well together. Okay? Outside of it, don't want to know. So again, in a survival situation, that person might not necessarily be the person you'd have chosen
carrot cake
to be in that situation with. However, they're what you got. So yeah, you have to manage it. And of course, you're always making sure they're well fed, well watered. A little bit garlic, chili flakes, protein sauce. Emotional strength from a companion is hugely beneficial to keep the fight. Yeah, it will keep you in the fight. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm just going to dive back through the comments myself.
My knees are killing me.
Yeah, your knees give you help. If you want to bail, lover, you bail.
Yeah.
And I'll keep it go for a bit.
Yeah, I like carrot cake too.
Oh
yeah, carrot cake.
I haven't had carrot cake. Oh, miss a bit of carrot cake. I had 2 pork pies yesterday. Mini pork pies. Oh, yeah, 4 mini pork pies. Did I suffer last night? Oh yeah. Was it worth it?
Is that Martin?
Might have been.
Radio scanner.
Hiya, radio scanner. How you doing?
Oh yeah.
How's life? I was treating you well. I hope you're fantastic.
Yeah.
Crabs. Lovely things. Do you like crab?
I'll let you bring that. Good
protein source.
My knees are giving me hell, people, so I'm going to knock off early. Yeah. So you got half an hour.
Did you ring your bell?
I did. Oh, I dinged. See you later, people.
No, nobody wants crabs.
No.
I like crabs. Oh.
Night.
So what wouldn't you eat? So we've gone through what you would eat and what you would do. What is it? Is everybody's got something?
Roll herrings and coleslaw. Yucky dude.
It certainly is walk. And I tell you what, I enjoyed the eating. I didn't enjoy the after effects. So what wouldn't you eat? Is there anything that everybody's got to have an item on their list that they would go, do you know what? Even in the worst case scenario, you can keep it. You know, there's got to be something. Armadillo, not even on a dare. Okay, mate. Well, after what you've told me about armadillos, I've changed my mind on them completely. I used to like armadillos. Yeah. I'm coming over there.
I'm not eating. He's not eating an armadillo.
That Glock is coming out. Armadillo, back off. I'm giving you one choice. You're carrying.
No, armadillo.
Get away. Right. But remember, never confuse your armadillo with your armadillo. Yeah, never confuse the two. Hiya, Matt. How you doing? So, Mac, we've been going completely off on a tangent tonight. We've covered cannibalism, armadillos, Has gone and said fresh and wriggling. Yeah, I don't mind fresh and wriggling. Mushroom sweet corn, I'll be hard pressed to have to eat them to survive. Okay, yeah, it's everybody's got something, you know. Anything with grit and dirt in it. Okay.
What?
Insane shipping costs. Yeah. So the one that most people, when you're talking about survival situations, one of the best forms of protein that you will ever find, and it is worldwide, is a good old earthworm. Now, a lot of people stray away with you say earthworm, they get the shudders and the heaves, me included. Don't like things, pink, wriggly, slimy, horrible things. But one of the things you can do with them, and works very well, is you can make bacon out of them. Okay. Now, worm bacon, okay, you've all seen it. You're walking down the pavement, hot summer's day, there he is. He's out there, he's all dried up. It looks like a little crispy bit of bacon. Okay. So, yeah, they really do, Cujo. Great source of protein, preserve well as well. You can carry them like that. Don't try and rehydrate them, but you can crumble them. Okay, so now what you've got is a protein source. You can crumble into something else. So you can crumble it over a salad or salad leaves. You can crumble it into a drink if you're making a stew or broth. They actually make quite a good little thickening agent if you've got enough of them. But again, you're getting that protein into you. So again, that's another option for you. You can collect them, get a pan, drop them in a pan. Now strictly speaking, with earthworms, the same as snails, what you would do is you take it, put it to one side in a box, seal container, give it 24 hours, let it do its business. That gets rid of the grit and dirt that's in its gut, and then you could cook it up from there. Personally, I've never liked them raw. I think they're absolutely gopping. Don't like them all dropped into boiling water and that gopping. But yeah, worm bacon isn't too bad. Yeah, they've definitely got a purge. Yeah, but yeah, that's the way to go with that one. So there's when I say, and the first time I did that, I was like, really, have to do this, and yeah, I actually changed my mind completely. Collect them at night, yeah, night crawlers, absolutely fantastic. But again, it's one of those ready food sources of protein, and it is not something that is not palatable. It's not. You look at it, it's not natural, but it is a fantastic source of protein. Okay, and if push comes to shove, pretty much all of us go for it. Now, things not to do: never eat slugs. Okay, slugs are pretty much one of your worst things you can ever try and eat. Now, which is a weird thing. People think snail with a shell on it. Well, snails that are harvested for food are taken from areas where they're pretty much grown. They're fed on vegetables, plant matter that we know is edible. The difficulty with slugs and snails, especially slugs, is quite often they can feed on toxic plants and they will hold that toxin within them. They also carry certain parasites, which can be a real swine if you catch it. Okay, there are 2 or 3 parasites, even in the UK, that from slugs and snails will do you in. So snails aren't so bad. From your vegetable patch, cooked and prepared properly, okay, purged and that, not a problem. Lungworm, yeah, there you go, mate. You're there straight away. Lungworm. You always tell when people actually know what they're talking about. They're like lungworm, and so you want to avoid them unless you're growing them. Okay, unless you literally avoid the slugs altogether. But if you're going to grow snails, yeah, grow snails. Container, vegetable matters, in with the snails. Yeah, you're away. The other one to watch out for and never eat is caterpillars. Okay, caterpillars again for exactly the same reason. The problem with caterpillars tend to feed on toxic plants, or will go from plant to plant. Toxic plants, they ingest it and they hold the toxins within them. So, yeah, you really don't want to go that way with those. Yeah, mites. Oh, mites are one of those things growing almost everything. Maggots not a problem. Maggots, as long as they're cleaned, processed properly. Yeah. When I was a nipper, I used to go fishing in the middle of winter for roach. I used to put a couple under your tongue, get them wriggling, warm them up, hook them, flick them out for the roach. Sounds gopping, but bear in mind we riddled and made our own maggots anyhow. We used to use sheep parts to produce our own maggots. Yeah. Brown sauce, hot sauce mix. Thank me later. Everything with brown sauce. Do excuse me. Wrong hole. Oh, hang on, Mickey. Do excuse me. God, blimey. Oh, that went down a wrong hole. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's some pretty awful things that you can rely on. Cheesy bugs, woodlice. They're a good source of protein. Again, collect them up, put them in a container. 24 hours later, you can fry them, roast them, drop them into a stew. It will work for you. But again, how often would you really need to do that? You'd have to be pretty far gone before you got that far. Let's face it, in the modern world, there's plenty of other things running round that most of us could rely on. Yeah. Natty, I can understand that. So again, you know, what can you find? Well, you got squirrels. So squirrels, mice, rats, all the rodent family. Okay, especially if they come from wild area. All right, if it's coming off your local tip or out your local council estate, not so much. But if you're out in a woodland area where they're living on their natural environment, can do. Pigeons, birds, any bird. All birds are edible. Okay, there isn't any bird that's toxic that we have here in the UK or Europe. Okay, squirrels, yeah, squirrels quite nice. It is nice. You can either go to a restaurant and get it or air rifle. Okay, grey squirrels. Find somebody who's got a problem with grey squirrels. Ask permission. Knock them over. Okay. At the end of the day, it's a respect for the animal. Okay, you're consuming it, then it's not just shot and gone to waste. Things that aren't so palatable. Any carrion feeder tends to be quite strong meat. So things like rooks, crows, and that, very, very strong meat. You can eat them. You can eat the breast off them. It's very, very dark, very, very strong. Foxes taste like they smell, apparently. Badger tastes good. I have had badger hock. Had that years and years ago. That was prepared traditionally, and yep, tasted absolutely fantastic. Rabbit, obviously. Hare, it's another one that's a good one. All the deer species, fantastic. So there's plenty of resources out there. Methods in a survival situation invariably is going to be trap, okay, or use whatever source is legal and available to you in the area you're in. I don't know. I've never come across a poison gland in starlings. But I've known people eat starlings, especially in France and Spain and that, quite regularly, and they take them whole. Yeah, walk. Yeah, I've seen that. I used to keep ferrets, and my ferrets were I was doing vermin control for people, so I was taking not just rabbits, which is what I was using the ferrets for, but I was controlling squirrels and that, and quite often the squirrels would come back from my ferrets. Same thing with the woodies. If I got wood pigeon and it was a bit grotty or looked a bit too feral for the pot, it went over to the ferrets, and they had it. Thoroughly enjoyed it as well. I think it's one of the responsibilities of doing anything like that is to make it quick and clean and humane. And you know, hunting pigeon with catapults. Well, there will be people that will be shocked by that and say it's not humane. But I tell you what, if you're a good shot with a catapult, and that's the point, if you're a damn good shot with a catapult and you're using it well, it's as humane as anything else. Yeah, only the breast is worth having. Yeah, invariably, most of the small bird species, including the pheasant, the breast is the best bit. That's most meat. Yeah, out cold. Definitely give it a thwack and into the bag, and make sure that it's done. I know somebody that had one or had a cockbird. They come down a country lane one day in a little bright yellow mini metro. Okay, driving along. It's early on a Sunday morning. Nothing intentional in this. Yeah, but come around the corner, clouted a pheasant. Okay, clouted a pheasant, rolled it over. There it is in the road behind me. Jumped out, walked back, picked it up, and daft bloody thing. Yeah, it's gone. Oh well, yeah. Oh well, waste not, what not. I'll take it home. Take it home, I'll breast it out when I get home. I'm going to be home in 10, 15 minutes. Throw it into the footwell of the car. Got 4 guys in this car all cramped in like that. Driving off. I must have got 50 metres down the road and the bloody thing came round. And it was hilarious because this thing just, it woke up, came round and decided it wanted out of there, obviously. And it was literally going around the inside of this mini metro like a lunatic. My mate in the passenger seat, he's not a country boy at all. He'd already been sitting almost with his feet on his lap with this dead pheasant, what he thought was a dead pheasant in front of him. When it come round, got up and started flying around the inside of the car, he freaked out. He was screaming like a girl. The two in the back started laughing, started me laughing, and yeah, we ended up in a ditch. And the pheasant got away. Let the pheasant go. One of those moments. Rabbit, rabbit, you can't go wrong with a rabbit. And rabbit prepared properly, cooked well, is absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. A lot of people moan about the smell and that and say, oh, it's not right. But rabbit prepared properly is delicious. Don't ignore the movies. Roasting a rabbit on a stick over a fire, all you're going to end up with, same thing with squirrel. You do it like that, you're just going to end up with something so tough. The animal is just literally one big moving muscle. Treat it like you would any other muscular meat, be it steak or so. So you've got the poorer cuts of steak are the more working muscles, okay, or more off of beef, I should say, working muscles. So what do you do with them? You stew them, you cook them slowly. Absolutely brilliant, okay. Absolutely the way to go. In actual fact, my survival technique or my methodology for all survival cooking is to stew things. Just make a stew and keep adding to the stew. Keep the pot on the heat. Add more water. Tomorrow you can add more foraged leaves, beech nuts, hazelnuts, blackberries, whatever you can find. It might look gopping, it might sound weird, but you just keep finding it because you stop thinking of it as, oh, this is a nice meal. You start thinking of it as, this is fuel. And that's where the difference comes in. In any survival situation, you are going from sitting there looking at a meal and going, this is what I like to eat, to this is fuel. And you can put together some quite weird concoctions that will sustain you. And that if you served them in a restaurant, people would just walk out, but it will keep you going. And that's the importance of it. It will keep you going. Sustenance, exactly that. It is just fueling the machine. It's keeping the machine ticking over. Although if you're eating rabbits with the shotgun, yeah, it can be a bit like that. Fart with a ferret rod video, yeah, that was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It led me to wondering if I could, but I shouldn't. And this is a problem because you then leave Mickey alone. He starts thinking, can you light a fart with a ferro rod? The next thing is he gives it a go. Now, I have seen some nasty accidents with people trying to ignite farts over the years. Ray, have a great week, mate. Take it care. Be good. Stay safe. Yeah, so anyhow, so sustenance. So it is a case of make yourself a stew. You know, whatever method you've got, even if it's just find an old dog can or a tin can, something like that. Build a stew, cook it long, cook it slow, bring it to a boil, sterilise whatever's in there, cook the living death out of it. You can make any meat edible, okay? Even rancid meat can be made edible if you cook it long enough, and you will still get protein out of it. By cooking it in a stew at a boiling point for a long period of time, you will kill all the bacteria, any viruses, any nasties that are in it, okay? And it'd be quite edible. There is, for years and years, people have hung pheasants, hare, rabbit, deer, until it is dripping, and then served it to people, and it's delightful. Not my favourite thing. I prefer my meat fresh, but if it's a survival situation, yes, it just reminds you can. The only time you don't is shellfish and fish. Anything you've taken from the water, you want that fresh, and you want to make sure that it's in good order. Those you can't, but mammals, birds, yeah, not an issue. Just cook it long and well enough. I have been told in the past that you can, old shellfish, you can make it safe by cooking it long enough, but I wouldn't take the risk, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm not keen on it hung. I prefer it fresh myself. Prefer it fresh. In a stew. With some parsnips, funny enough. Pheasant and parsnips in a stew go together really, really well. Has no meat in it. Never eat shellfish with no hour in a month. Yeah. Yeah, that's all down to the temperature, isn't it? Can you eat leather? I thought that was a myth. No, you can eat leather. At the end of the day, it's not very nice. It has been done in the past. It was started, yeah. So hanging meat. Okay, so first of all, yes, you can eat leather, but you're going to have to cook the living death out of it, and it contains very, very little in the way of goodness to you, but it will put something into your stomach. The whole hanging of meat things. So you go back to Victorian England. So we're talking pre-fridges, pre-freezers, okay, cold stores, underground cold stores. So basically, these are places that if you were wealthy enough, you could buy ice blocks, have them shipped in, have them put down there to chill it, okay. And the way to demonstrate to people your wealth was to be able to serve your game, your pheasant, right, longer than anybody else. It was a way to demonstrate to other people, oh yes, come round for a meal. We've still got pheasant, you know, right? One, it shows that your estate was well equipped, powerful enough, wealthy enough that you had huge numbers of pheasant. Two, you were rich and wealthy enough to keep the pheasant longer than anybody else could. Everybody else was giving up on it because it had gone manky, but you still produced your pheasant. And so it became a bit of a competition of who could be serving pheasant the longest after the season was over. Same thing with grouse, same thing with partridge. So that was where the taste for hung pheasant come in. And I firmly believe that you get to a point where, yeah, looking for frogs to get high. I don't know. Ate mussels in August once. Ate BREW, South Coast. BREW, I know very, very well. No, BREW, some lees, crooklets and all the rest of it. I know that area like back of my hand. So if you mussels, limpets, all that sort of thing, great survival food on the beach. Okay. Tip I can give you there, and this just a bit of local knowledge, if you're harvesting mussels, you only harvest the mussels, limpets, and so forth at low tide. Okay. You literally follow the tide all the way down the beach to the point where it's about to turn. Then you wade in. Okay. You want to wade in so that you are taking the shellfish, the mussels and that, never been exposed to the air. Okay, they're going to be the best mussels you've ever had. Take them from under the water, harvest them from there. Absolutely brilliant. Those mussels further up the beach, 2, 3, 4, 6 hours exposed to air, okay, and heat and so forth. And there's bacteria in them. So that bacteria can become quite active. It doesn't bother the mussel, but it will bother you. If you're harvesting from below the waterline, that bacteria has not been cooking away and generating and getting worse. So again, it's the way to do it. They're filter feeders as well. So they're filtering out all the debris from the water. If you've got a sewage outflow on that beach, yeah, it could be a bit risky. But again, that's the way we used to do it when I was a nipper. And again, mussels we would harvest all year round. Limpets we would harvest all year round. But using that technique. So always follow that tide down, wait to the low tide mark, wade in, harvest from below the water. Or you can harvest off the rocks, but you want to go for the ones that are nearest the water because they're exposed to the air for the least amount of time and the heat. Yeah, and as Jason says, depends on flow as well. So if you're somewhere like here's at Vancouver Island, the where you've got the currents, the sea, the outflow, you don't have so much pollution outflow that we have here. I mean, it's the south coast. Yeah, I won't eat shellfish that are harvested literally anywhere from the Scottish border all the way down the east coast, all the way down the south coast until I come round Land's End and I'm in the Atlantic. It's as simple as that. Hiya, Lefty. How you doing, brother? No, never eaten swan mussels. Seen them, picked them, but yeah, I've never eaten swan mussels. Freshwater mussels, yeah, you know, they are edible, but again, where do you tend to find them? Silty beds and all the rest of it. So it's always a risk, isn't it? You've got to be careful. Don't get me wrong, in a survival situation, I probably would harvest them. I would probably crack them out of the shells and I would cook the living death out of them in a stew. Yeah. Evening, Cheshire Wanderer. How you doing, mate? Hope you're good. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are at this very moment. Cheshire, probably. There we go. Cheers, Lefty. So, how's Lefty? How you doing, mate? You all good? Everything going well with you? Pippi's back home. Pippies? No. Don't know what you mean by pippies, mate. Yeah, it's all good. Excellent. Excellent. So yeah, so survival. When it comes to your food, I think we've covered everything tonight, haven't we? We've gone through cannibalism to shellfish to hanging foods, preserving foods. Well, we haven't done much in the way of preserving foods, but maybe that's the thing for another way. Now, is there anything you want me to hit next week? I've got a bit of a. I haven't got a lot of time to think. Oh, cheers, Lefty. You didn't have to, mate, but thank you very much. I'm on a mission this week. I'm out and about. I've done the video for this week already. Is there anything you want us to cover next week? So whilst I'm away, because I'm not going to have access to the internet, but I've got some books and that, I can do a bit of research. Is there any particular subjects you would like to cover? Is there anything you want to know? Is there any questions? Does Mickey like licorice? Mickey loves licorice. Aniseed or anything with aniseed in it. So, right, we're getting there now, aren't we? 21:51. 9 minutes to go. So, I'm running out of steam now. Water filters. Okay, Cheshire Wanderer, not a problem. We'll cover water filters next week. Let me make some notes. Water filters, water filtration, water collection. Yeah, Lefty, she was up here for a bit, but she's having a lot of pain in her legs at the moment. So it's Cheshire Wanderer. We're live every single Sunday from 8 o'clock through to 10 o'clock every single Sunday without a day, without missing a day. But all my lives are left on the channel, so you can go back and watch any of the ones you want to. Now, we're not, although we're all quite serious survivalist preppers and all the rest of it, the Sunday social is more about just letting your hair down, having a laugh, having a joke. We've covered all sorts over the years, even down to what is the best way of making a cheese toasty. So we have a bit of a fun. The Sunday night is literally like being down the pub with a group of mates on a Sunday night, having a quiet drink, having a chat, having a laugh before the week starts tomorrow. But again, if there's anything anybody ever wants to cover on a Sunday, or you suddenly, if you're here on a Sunday social live and you think to yourself, I wonder, ask the question, because there are at the moment 20 other people there that are all into exactly the same thing you are, but also from all over the world. So lots of information gets shared, lots of techniques, methods, and that can go out. And if I don't know, I will always say, you know what, I don't know. As I found out tonight, armadillos aren't something that is cute and cuddly and you want it in your sleeping bag with you. They carry leprosy. So therefore, the armadillo barrier will now go up. So, but yeah, we basically just built a nice little community of friendly guys, girls that have a laugh, have a joke. As a simple rule, we do no religion, no politics. And up until 9 o'clock UK time in the evening, we tend to keep it a little bit more polite, just in case people have got young ones sitting up with them watching this. But after 9 o'clock, the watershed comes in and things can get a little bit more adult. We don't get rude or anything like that, but it can get a little bit more adult in the subject. Jason, have a great day, mate. Enjoy yourselves. Now, he's out in Vancouver Island, so he's off. It's morning for him now. So you have an absolutely fantastic day, mate. Enjoy yourselves. Take care. Kiwi's our resident New Zealander. Sticks is our bushcraft expert. Lefty is a bull shows lakes over in America. John, he's out, or Roller, he's out in the States. Yeah. Unfortunately, Radio Scanner, there's no ham radio users on here that I know of, but I've used radio systems both in the military and in the marine world, as has Kitten. And we are always very interested. I mean, you might have some information you can share with us. One of the things I would like to do one week is actually talk about radio's communications. What can we do in the UK that's legal to be able to communicate over distance? Okay. Now, I've always worked on a principle that in a grid down situation or a genuine emergency situation, nobody's going to panic too much about licensing. However, what is the ins and outs of it? You're obviously a ham radio operator, which gives you that ability to speak to many people around the world. Right? Fascinating subject. How hard, how difficult, and how expensive is it to get into? Be interested to hear from you. Anybody that wants to ask me a private message can do. You can contact me at hampshireoutdoors@mail.com. I'll say that again, hampshireoutdoors@mail.com. You can send me an email, ask me a question, set a subject. Yeah, comms is good. Yeah. And again, we don't encourage anybody to do anything that could get them in trouble with the authorities. However, we are all a bit practical minded that way. So there you go, hampshireoutdoors@mail.com. I shall leave that up for a second or two. Cheers, mate. Now, that's it. So you can get hold of me anytime. Send us a message. You know. Yep. So Cujo's done his EHF course. No Alpha Go over here at the moment. Right, anyhow, so that's us winding up. I do apologise, guys, but it's 21:57. My darling wife is downstairs and she's going to need my assistance because I've now got to go water plants, and I've also got to go and remove lots of slimy slugs and snails from my veggies, my fruits, and my plants. So I'm now combated up, out to do battle with them buggers and get everything watered. Right, have a wonderful week wherever you are in this world of ours. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, have fun, smile, be happy. Okay? Try and make somebody smile each day. It does you good as well. Other than that, love those you do, forgive those you don't, and may peace and light be upon you all in this glorious world of ours this week. Till next Sunday, this is Mickey out. Catch you later, guys. The pub is now closed.